How do you like it? It's my character voice face. Get it? I know, pretty cheesy. That's the best I can do. How are you doing? I'm Bill DeWeese. Welcome to the morning live stream. I am a professional voice actor. Been doing this full time now for 17 years. I'm also a voiceover coach and demo producer. And if you're brand new to this live stream, I want to say welcome. So glad to have you here. One thing that I offer, I just to the general public, I do this every. I've got a coaching group. It's called the Voiceover Blueprint. But every morning I pop on here so that anybody who wants access to good free voiceover information can get it right here on the channel. There's over 1,000, I think over 1,200 videos now on this channel. But every morning at this time, morning my time, it may be evening, middle of the night your time, but morning my time, we'll get together just to share a tip, trick, strategy, something to help you further your voiceover career to make more money in your voiceover career. So today, I want to talk about two ways to get character voiceover work. And let me preface all this by saying, yeah, believe it or not, I've actually done some character work, and I've been involved in like 3 video game franchises, doing some stuff. Recently did some movie ADR dialogue replacement. Um, what else have I? Oh, I recently did. Well, it kind of counts. It's a game trailer net for Netflix for Cut the Rope and miscellaneous things that, in all honesty, I never really imagined myself doing when I got into voiceover. And here's the here's the kicker: I'm not an actor. I don't claim to be. I have no background in acting. I've never taken an acting class in my life. So let's talk about the first way to get voiceover work, and that is, and this is the way I believe anybody should start their voiceover career with a very general, broad approach to marketing. The thing that I really do, I think that I excel at is marketing because of my background in marketing and in business. And so, if you market yourself aggressively enough and broadly enough, and you do that sustainably, and you just keep at it, and you don't stop, and you get your demo or your demos in front of enough ears, enough people to listen to it, you'll be amazed at the work that you get. I mean, I do everything imaginable. Things I never dreamt of doing in voiceover. And it's because I get I don't even have a character demo. I mean, get that. I don't even have a character demo. I've been hired for these jobs off of the strength of my commercial demo, believe it or not. So, of course, I do a very broad range of work, which I advocate for anybody, especially earlier on in their voiceover career. But I don't consider I'm not a character game specialist or a video character voiceover specialist. I certainly have never claimed to be, and I'm not. And it's not my background, though I have done work in it. So you can take the first approach, and I think you should begin with a very broad approach because you want to expose yourself to as much kind of work as possible and to do. You never really know what area you're going to excel in until you really get out into the water a little bit and you try everything. And you might be surprised at the things that will come along. But I know for some of you guys, that's your passion. Like that's the thing. When I got into voiceover, character voices, that was like the last thing on my list of things that I was interested in, primarily because I just don't really have a background in it. But obviously, you can still get the work if you don't have a background in it, which I've proven. But what if you really like that's your jam? It's like that's what I want to do. I dream of it. I've been doing character voices since I was a kid, and if I could just do video game voices, cartoon voices, feature film character voices like that, is there anybody in the audience today who says yeah? You just say yeah in the live chat. Let me know that's kinda where your head's at, that's where your heart's at, that's where you wanna go with this. Yeah, okay, so for those of you guys, take special note because this is an opportunity, and it's a limited time opportunity, and it's with my friend Dave Fenoy. Dave Fenoy is considered one of the greatest character voice actors. I mean, just Google him. You've heard his voice, and you may not even have known it, but you've certainly heard his voice, probably on many, many occasions. Considered one of the great character voice actors of all time. And yes, in video games, but he's done all kinds of like cartoon work. I mean, he's done everything, as well as, regular voiceover commercial work and narration work. I mean, he's done everything, but he's most noted and known for his character work. Dave and I have worked together on a couple of occasions, some training events, and man, I not only have respect for the work that he's done, but he's such a great guy, and he's a really good coach too. And Dave has put together a program called the Character Creation Method. The emphasis of this program is how to create great characters and how to get character work. I mean, this is what Dave does. I mean, there's nobody that does it better than Dave. And this program he's allowed me to make available, and we're doing that this week. The link is below in the description. So if you've ever noodled with the idea of character voices or you want to find out more about it, I cannot think of a better investment than the character creation method because this is the guy who does it at the highest level. So the link is below in the description. Make sure you guys check that out. All right, let's see who's on the stream this morning. I'm so glad you're here. I may not say it enough, but thank you. I appreciate it. No, and by the way, I don't mention this all the time, but I want to mention that if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I know most of you haven't. Um, Most people, watch videos without subscribing, and I get it. But let me just say this. If you would be so kind as to take a moment just to subscribe, it really helps to encourage YouTube and those crazy software algorithms to share the videos with more people. Spreading the word about voiceover, helping more people learn what it takes to get into voiceover and to be successful in voiceover, to make more money in voiceover. So if you'd be so kind to do that, I'd appreciate it. And of course, liking the video is always an awesome thing as well. Rob in San Francisco, good morning. Rob's very excited. Was very excited. He said, "These are my kinds of live streams." And so glad that we were able to accommodate you today, Rob. Fantastic. Thanks for being here. Thanks for getting up so early. Ron, how are you doing in Charleston, South Carolina? Oh yeah, it is Taco Tuesday, isn't it? Awesome. Taco Tuesday. Julie, how are you doing in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania? Michelle in Philadelphia, good morning. We got Dave in the Big Apple checking in today. Hey, Dave. Bill, what's up in Boise? Rusty in Michigan's UP. Rob says, missed yesterday's stream, but caught the replay. Dave Fenoy is in all caps, legend. Yes, he certainly is. Sandra, what's going on in London, Ontario? Mark, how are you doing in Estes Park? By the way, are you guys experiencing these warmer temperatures that we've had here in the Chicagoland area? It was like getting close to 70 yesterday. It was windy as all get out. I mean, they don't call it the Windy City for nothing, but man, I couldn't believe how mild it was. Crazy. Derek made it on time this morning. He says, good morning from Kennewick, Washington. Jack, good morning to you in Phoenix. AG in India, thanks for checking in today, AG. Hey, Tess, how are you doing in Tequila, Georgia? Greg in Asheville, North Carolina. We got Terry in Falston, Maryland. What a funny face on your coffee cup. Thanks for your guidance. If I were a video game character, this would be me. I don't know what my name would be, but my tongue would be hanging out for some crazy unknown reason. Denise in Long Island, Brian in Tucson. Amisha, how you doing in South Carolina? Hey, Doug in Greensboro, North Carolina. Wayne's in the Olympic Mountains. Sandra in Dallas-Fort Worth. John in Rhinebeck, New York. Dale in Atlanta. Sam in Chillicothe, Ohio. Let's see here. You have really helped me to push through the fear and start recording. Fantastic. It's good to have you checking in from Austin, Texas this morning. Thanks for the words and good on you for doing that. Ralph, hello to you in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Claire, what's up? She says, good morning, Professor Bill. Hey, Mike, how are you doing in Spanish Fort Worth? Aaron in Columbia, Missouri. Bob in Reedsville, North Carolina. Amanda, good morning to you in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Claire says, we're only an hour behind you now in Arizona. It's so nice. And Claire, I think that your time stays the same, doesn't it? Or at least there's a part of Arizona I remember because Alex used to live there, my youngest son, where the time never changed. But boy, it gets hot. Oh, by the way, speaking of hot, I got to tell you this. This has nothing to do with voiceover. Just as an aside, this house that we bought a few months ago, we're in the process of fixing up. So if you hear noises and stuff, we have contractors coming in this morning to work on some electrical stuff. But this house has a dry sauna in it, And Vicky and I haven't touched it. I mean, I've never had a sauna. I don't know what to do with it. But yesterday, I just got curious and finally cranked that bad boy up and decided to. I spent like 30 minutes in there. No, 38 minutes in there yesterday. But it hadn't reached peak temperature when I got in it, so it was all good. I would never you'd never get in the sauna for that long, not at full temp. But man, it got up to by the time I got it was like at 140. I think it goes to a peak like of 170. But I was starting to have flashbacks of my time in Phoenix for sure. It's that dry heat, man. It was hot. I was sweating for sure. Wayne, how are you doing? Sasha, uh, Robert in Mobile, Alabama. Jason in St. Louis. And by the way, there's a number of questions on the live stream. Uh, Bring those back on Friday. Sometimes I'm able to get a few questions in during the week, but I set aside Friday specifically to address your questions, not to put you off, but uh, with my recording schedule, I usually have something specific I want to talk about on the weekday, and then I've got to get into, start recording. But on Fridays, I set time aside for Q&A. So make sure you bring your questions on Friday. If you would be so kind, I'd love to do that for you guys. Um, Jason, I think I just said hello to. If not, forgive me, in Kearney, Nebraska. Marie in Texas. Let's see here. Sarai says, thank you for this. It's like you read my mind. One of my many skills. Heather, good morning to you in Chattanooga. David, how are you in Gardner, Kansas? Thank you from the transplanted Buckeye. Hey, once you're Buckeye, I mean, you're always part of Buckeye Nation. It doesn't matter where you live. Oh, St. Louis is in the house. Also Albuquerque and Daytona Beach. Hey, Chad. Somebody has a name for my character, Professor Bill Baxter. I just need to put some round glasses on him to get that professorial look there. Let's see. JR in sunny Austin, Texas. Happy Taco Tuesday to you. Sauna followed by cold shower is awesome. I haven't done the cold shower yet following the sauna. I'll have to try that out. My goal is this because, by the way, again, this is an aside, but after doing some research, apparently there's some real health benefits to doing a sauna. Get your cardiovascular going, your heart going. So it can give you some benefits of cardiovascular without actually doing the workout, which is nice, at least on occasion. So I plan to use it on a regular basis. Sasha in Germany. Good morning or good afternoon, I should say. Chris, did I feel better after the sauna? I don't know if I felt better, but I certainly felt hot and sweaty afterwards. And I did sleep pretty well last night, so I guess it did help. They're having a hot fall in Dallas Fort Worth. That doesn't surprise me. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Don't forget, if you have any interest in character voices, and by the way, this program, the character creation method, even goes beyond character work. And Dave talks about narration work, commercial work, and how to direct yourself. I mean, it's a comprehensive guide at the center, at the core of it, is this character creation. So regardless of your interest in voiceover, I just want to say, Dave Fenoy's the man. There's no doubt about that. I don't think anybody would argue with that. So there's a link in the description below. You want to make sure you check out that program while it's still available. Thanks for being here, guys. So we'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Have a great day.